Millions of people wake up every day to a life they think is set in stone. They don't realize that the small decisions they make every hour can change everything. But Stoicism taught something shocking that still shocks people today. Real control doesn't come from being rich or powerful, but from understanding the simple daily tasks that most people skip over. After years of studying both famous people who have achieved great things and the timeless wisdom of philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca, I found a trend. Thinkers and leaders of today don't just work on random things, they put intentional effort into 8 areas of their lives that everyone can improve but don't always think about. I'll show you these 8 important habits that can make your life go from ordinary to extraordinary in this video. Not only do I want to do more, I want to become more. If you like the ideas and changes we're talking about here, please do me a small favor and click the subscribe button to become a part of our group and never miss out on ways to improve your life. Are you ready to change your life and question the way things are? Don't leave yet, we're going to talk about these habits one by one. This isn't just about putting on a smile and thinking happily when we talk about mindset. It's about something much deeper, and the Stoics knew this and did it with great devotion. Stoicism says that mindset is how you see and deal with the world in a way that is in line with virtues and good sense. Your way of thinking affects everything you think, feel, and do. It's like the window you use to see yourself and the world. Your view of life will be skewed if that lens is clouded with bad thoughts or distorted by feelings that aren't being controlled. Stoic philosophy has a timeless answer. Stoics like Marcus Aurelius believed that people should carefully watch their own ideas, question whether they are true, and make sure they are in line with reality, not just their own biases or short-lived feelings. Think about it this way: every day we deal with things we can't change, but we let them decide our happiness and peace of mind. Stoicism tells us to pay attention to our reactions, which we can control. You can't change the weather, the traffic, or other people's feelings, but you can change how you react to them. Having a strong mind is the first step in taking control. A resilient attitude doesn't just appear out of nowhere, it's grown through regular practice and self-reflection. It means learning to think about what you're going to do before you act, and then acting in a way that is in line with your values instead of your feelings. If you follow this Stoic practice, you will gradually build a strong foundation of calmness and strength. This is what Epictetus meant when he said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react that matters." Also, practicing awareness and self-reflection is an important part of keeping a healthy mind. Many Stoics believe that writing in a book every day could help you a lot in this situation. It lets you look at your thoughts, think about what you've done, and plan your next steps with purpose and knowledge. Every writing isn't just a note in a diary, it's a way to get better at controlling yourself. Besides writing in a journal, you might also want to try the view from above, which is another Stoic practice. Thinking about your life in a bigger picture, seeing yourself as a thread in a bigger fabric, can help you do this. This way of looking at things can completely change how you think about problems, turning what seemed like mountains into hills that you can handle. This is over now. Here is a Stoic task for you when you come across a situation that normally sets you off today. Stop, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, is my usual reaction helpful? Is there a smarter, more sensible way to deal with this? This easy habit can help you change your way of thinking from being reactive to proactive, from being controlled by outside events to trusting your own sense. Every day we work on our attitude by paying attention to not only what we think, but also how we think and act. This helps us not only be successful, but also live a good life. For Stoics, health means a lot more than just being healthy. Not only is it physical, but it's also mental and emotional. According to the Stoics, being healthy means keeping a balance that is good for both your body and your soul. Think about this: the Stoics didn't believe that the mind and body were different. They thought that taking care of both was important for what they called eudaimonia, which means a happy life. Both your mental and physical health are affected by each other, so ignoring one will hurt the other. First, let's talk about health. Yes, food and exercise are very important. Endorphins make you feel good and make your body stronger when you work out regularly. More than that, though, think of exercise as a form of discipline, a way to work on Stoic traits like self-control and persistence. You're not just building muscle or endurance when you stick to an exercise plan, you're building character as well. Then there is the matter of food. What we eat not only gives our bodies energy, but it also changes how well we think and feel. A food full of nutrients helps the brain work better and can make us stronger emotionally. In this case, the Stoic principle of restraint is very important. You don't have to go on tight diets or starve yourself. You just need to find a healthy way to eat that keeps your body going without giving in to all of your cravings. Now let's talk about mental health instead of physical health. Mental toughness wasn't a choice for the Stoics, it was necessary. Meditation, which we might now connect to awareness, was something they did every day. Meditation is an effective way to keep your mind healthy. It helps us get rid of mental clutter, concentrate on the moment, and handle our feelings better. This fits perfectly with the Stoic idea that people should be aware of and in charge of their thoughts and deeds. Another important area is emotional health. It was taught by the Stoics that we shouldn't be ruled by our emotions, whether they are anger, sadness, or too much happiness. In its place, we should try to achieve peace of mind by keeping our feelings in check and in line with what makes sense. This doesn't mean hiding your feelings. Instead, it means understanding them, asking where they came from, and reacting to them with knowledge instead of emotion. So, what can you do today to improve your health in a Stoic way? First, add physical exercise to your daily life in a way that pushes you and makes you more disciplined. Second, don't just think about your food in terms of what you want or what you can't have. Instead, think about it in terms of moderation and sustenance. Third, to improve your mental and emotional health, start meditating or writing in a reflective book every day. The next important thing we need to do on our way to a happier life is to learn. These aren't just the kinds of learning that happen in school or from books, though. We're going to start the kind of learning that the Stoics valued, a lifelong process that not only makes us better at what we do, but also helps us understand the world and ourselves better. The Stoics didn't think that learning was about getting more facts or skills to boost your own standing or that of others. It was about getting smarter and better. It was about knowing what life is and what our part is in it. This helps us live better, more moral lives. Marcus Aurelius was a Roman emperor and a Stoic philosopher. He learned new things all the time, both as part of his tasks as emperor and as a personal quest for wisdom. Let's talk about what this kind of learning looks like now and how it can change your everyday life. To begin, it requires you to think critically. It's not just about solving hard problems, it's also about looking at daily things with a mind that questions and tries to understand deeper truths. It means not only looking at a problem or conflict on the surface, but also getting to the bottom of it and knowing the rules and dynamics at work. Next, think about how philosophy can be used. Stoicism is a way of life, and its lessons can be used right away to deal with problems at work and in your daily life. This use of information in real life is what turns, say, abstract ideas into useful tools. As a Stoic, you should think about what you did well and what you could do better every night. This helps you be more aware and deliberate in what you do. But how do you develop this kind of useful knowledge every day? Writing in a diary is one way to do this. It's not just a matter of writing down what happened that day. The point is to think about those events from a philosophical point of view. What did these things teach you about your beliefs, how you act, and the choices you make? How do they show bigger ideas that you can learn from? Being open to ongoing learning also means staying interested in a lot of different topics that can help you think and live better. This could mean getting to know other countries, learning more about technology and science, or getting into the arts. Each of these areas has its own special insights that can help you understand and appreciate the world more, giving you a fuller, more complete view of life. As a matter of fact, try to learn something new every day. Start with something easy, like reading for 30 minutes about something that interests you or listening to a show that makes you think. Take part in conversations with people who might have different ideas. All of these things can help you become more self-aware, knowledgeable, and smart. Now let's talk about something very important that we don't always think about: the relationships we build over the course of our lives. Relationships weren't just social or familial duties for the Stoics, they were an important part of having a good life. The people we hang out with can either lift our spirits and minds or bring them down. So it's important to approach them with purpose and knowledge. Stoicism tells us that how we treat others is just as important as how they treat us when it comes to the quality of our relationships. It stresses virtues like patience, understanding, and empathy, which are qualities that help people make bonds that last. One of the great Stoic thinkers, Seneca, wrote a lot about how important friendship and mutual respect are. He stressed that real friends care about each other's growth and well-being. Let's look at how this Stoic knowledge can be used in our everyday relationships in every part of our lives. First, think about your bond with yourself. So this is the base. Stoic practices like getting to know yourself, accepting your strengths and flaws, and working to grow as a person all make this relationship stronger. Marcus Aurelius said that the first step to peace with others is to be at peace with yourself. Next, think about the relationships you have with your family and close friends. Here, the Stoic practice of always being present and being clear is very important. Being physically present isn't enough if you don't do anything useful. Actively listen, give support without passing judgment, and be thankful. These acts help people trust and understand each other, which strengthens bonds that can last through the ups and downs of life. When we are at work, Stoicism tells us to be honest and fair and to treat clients and co-workers with respect, no matter what their job is or what they can do for you. This method not only creates a good atmosphere at work, but it also sets a standard of greatness and respect that can help you advance in your career as a whole. Let's talk about ties with other people. As the world becomes more linked, we come across people and ideas that are different from our own. The Stoic value of equanimity is very important here. When you disagree with someone, stay cool and try to understand them instead of dominating the conversation. This doesn't mean giving up your values, it means having polite conversations with people who have different points of view. So what can you do every day to improve your relationships? Small but meaningful actions can start with a message checking in on a friend, a moment of genuine appreciation shared with a family member, or a helpful talk with a coworker. These things may not seem like big deals, but when added up, they have a big effect on the quality of your interactions. Finally, keep in mind that according to Stoicism, the point of all relationships is not just to make each person happy, but also to help each other grow and do what's best for everyone. Epictetus said that we are not separate entities, but rather parts of a bigger whole. Our relationships show how connected everything is, and taking care of them with kindness, respect, and virtue is not only a Stoic task, but also a huge blessing in our lives. It's not enough to do more, you need to do the right things in the right way. With their focus on control and wisdom, the Stoics have a lot to say about this. They teach us that real success doesn't come from making money, but from doing things on purpose that are in line with our values. According to the Stoics, being productive means being able to handle yourself well. In his meditations, Marcus Aurelius talks about how important it is to focus on what you can control and let go of what you can't. This way of thinking helps us figure out what actions are really needed and helpful by cutting through all the other things that modern life asks of us. Take the Stoic practice of morning thought as an example. This is a time to think about what is most important for the day. It's not enough to just make a list of jobs. You need to prioritize them based on how important they are and how well they fit with your bigger goals. For example, a Stoic would ask, is this task helping me grow as a person, or is it just keeping me busy? This kind of self-reflection makes sure that the things you do are purposeful and have meaning. In the Stoic view, being productive also means being strong. It's about keeping up a steady pace at work, even when things go wrong or you get sidetracked. Being Stoic means not letting small problems bother you and keeping your mind on the end goal. You can keep doing good work even when things aren't going as planned because you have this mental toughness. Also, let's talk about the idea of deep work, which is very similar to Stoic thought. Deep work means being able to concentrate on a mentally challenging job without being interrupted. You can learn difficult things quickly and get better results in less time if you have this skill. For a Stoic, this would mean getting into a state of concentration where you are fully focused on the job at hand and using logic and reason instead of just going through the motions. In real life, what can you do today to make yourself more productive? First, write down your top priorities. Then, make sure that your jobs are in line with those priorities. Use tools like the Eisenhower box, which is a simple decision-making tool that helps you pick jobs and put them in order of importance and urgency. Do you really need to do this right now, or can it wait? Is it important for my goals, or is it not important? Also, schedule times during the day to think and reflect. Take a moment to think about what went well and what could be done better after finishing a big job. This habit of evaluating your actions makes sure that you keep growing and learning from them. Lastly, keep in mind that Stoicism isn't just about getting things done for the sake of getting things done. The goal is to have sustainable and balanced output that helps you reach your personal goals while also improving your health and morals. Focusing on being productive in the Stoic sense will not only help you get more done, it will also make you a better, more focused and more moral person. A lot of us feel a mix of desire and worry when it comes to our money. But this is where the Stoic way of thinking can help give you peace of mind. Stoicism teaches us to be smart with our money and not just focus on getting rich. It teaches us to be financially stable so that we can live a good life, one that is in line with ethics. They see money as a means to an end, not an end in itself. But it's not a measure of our worth or happiness. It's just something that can meet our wants and help us live on our own. This point of view is very important because it changes our attention from trying to make more money at all costs to being smart about how we use what we already have. Let's look into how we can use Stoic ideas to better handle our money. The first thing we need to do is learn to be happy with what we have. It doesn't mean we should settle for less or stop trying to get ahead financially, but it does mean we should know the difference between what we need and what we want. We can avoid spending money on things that aren't important for our well-being if we focus on what really matters: our health, our relationships, and our personal growth. Next, we need to be prudent, which is an important Stoic trait, especially when making decisions about money. This means giving some thought to where and how we spend our money. It means making plans for the future while focusing on the here and now. For instance, planning isn't just about controlling how much you spend, it's also about making smart decisions that are in line with your values and long-term goals. One more thing that Stoicism can help us with is investing. Investors who are Stoic don't get excited about market highs and lows or risky gains. They instead put their money steadily into assets that have a good chance of growing over time because they are based on solid principles. This method lowers danger and encourages a strong, growing financial base. Saving is another way that Stoic discipline shows itself. Regularly putting away some of our income, even if it's only a small amount, is a good way to practice self-control and make plans for the future. We can protect ourselves from future financial problems by putting money away for emergencies, retirement, and future wants like education or healthcare. But being financially wise like a Stoic isn't just about protecting yourself, it's also about helping others. Stoics think it's important to help other people with what we have. This could mean helping out family members, working on neighborhood projects, or giving money to causes that are important to us. Being kind to others not only makes their lives better, but it also makes our own lives better by giving us a feeling of purpose and connection. Start putting these ideas into action by taking a look at your finances. Make a budget that includes your long-term investment and savings goals as well as your basic wants. Then look for ways to cut costs that aren't important and don't make your life better. Additionally, think about setting up regular savings plans that will make sure you always save money before you can spend it. When we think of Stoicism, we usually picture strict rules and strong logic, not a wide open space for creative thinking. Stoicism, on the other hand, sees creation as a valuable way to solve problems and make our lives better, not as a silly or unrealistic fantasy. Stoics say that being creative means seeing things in a new way, coming up with new ways to solve old problems, and coming up with new ideas while staying true to truth. It's about using your knowledge to find new ways to deal with the problems that come up in life. One of the most important Stoic thinkers, Seneca, was also a playwright. He knew that making art could help people understand their feelings and improve their ideas. He thought that participating in the arts could help people understand themselves and human nature, making it a useful way to learn about philosophy and self-understanding. How can we use this Stoic kind of creation in our everyday lives? It starts with being interested. Start each day with a task, question, or problem that you need to solve. Curiosity, the drive to learn more, figure things out, and then rearrange what we've learned to come up with new solutions, is what makes us creative. This could be as easy as coming up with a new way to organize your workspace, a new way to solve a problem at work that everyone faces, or even a whole new way to think about your daily routine so that it is more fun and productive. Second, start writing in a creative notebook. In a normal journal, you might write about events or feelings, but in a creative journal you come up with ideas, draw solutions, or write down creative thoughts without judging them. Giving your mind the freedom to explore different options is what this practice is all about, not coming up with perfect ideas. Over time, doing this every day will improve your ability to think outside of the box and find new ways to solve problems. One more part of Stoic innovation is integration, or how to make different ideas fit together into a whole. This could mean making connections between ideas from different fields like philosophy and science, or mixing the real world with the abstract. For example, you could use what you learn from a new book on psychology to make your business plans better, or you could use what you learn from nature to make technologies that last longer. The important thing is to see the links where other people see the gaps. This can lead to groundbreaking answers and innovations. Stoics also said that we should use our talents for the good of everyone, not just for our own benefit. Hey, this fits with the Stoic idea of making a difference in the world. If you come up with a new way to do something, an answer, or something beautiful, don't just think about how it will help you. This could mean working on a community project, making an app that helps people, or writing pieces that teach and motivate others. Try to get out of your safe zone often to keep your mind open to new ideas. Learn about and use new tools, ideas, and cultures. Make it a point to look at things from different angles. Go to workshops, join study groups, or work with other people on projects that aren't normally your area of expertise. These things will help you think more deeply and automatically make you more creative. As we come to the last essential in our journey through Stoic living, we come to a deep and important part: your mission. Stoicism doesn't think that meaning is about big accomplishments or fame. Doing good things for other people and having a good life are deeply rooted in it. It means making sure that the things you do every day are in line with your larger moral views and goals. Stoic thinkers, such as Marcus Aurelius, say that the point of life is to be and do good things so that you can be happy and at peace. This idea tells us not to focus on benefits from other people, but on the happiness we feel inside when we live a life that is in line with our values. This is how purpose can be seen as a compass that helps us make choices, set goals, and give meaning to our actions. According to Stoic ideas, the first thing you should do to develop a sense of purpose is to think about what you value most. What do you respect most about other people? What kinds of contributions to your town or the world do you enjoy the most? The answers to these questions can help you figure out what your purpose is and how it fits in with your personal beliefs and morals. Next, think about how you can live each day with more purpose and in line with these values. This could mean switching careers to ones that are more valuable to you, volunteering for causes that are important to you, or just choosing to treat other people with more kindness and understanding. Stoicism tells us that every small thing we do matters as long as it helps us reach our goal. Every decision we make is a thread in the bigger picture of our lives. Also, it's important to follow the Stoic practice of reflection, which means regularly thinking about your activities and why you do them. Every night you could do this by reflecting and asking yourself, did my actions today reflect my purpose? How can I improve tomorrow? This practice will keep you on track by making sure that your daily life is always in line with your bigger goals. Also, get ready to be strong when problems come up. It's not always easy to live with a purpose, especially when it means going against the norm or giving up things you want. In this case, the Stoic qualities of bravery and persistence are useful. Remember that problems and failures are not things that get in the way of your purpose, they are chances to strengthen your dedication to it. Finally, tell other people about your path to having a meaningful life. Stoicism encourages people to share their knowledge and build communities because they believe these are important for both individual and group growth. Talking about your goals, struggles, and new insights can help other people think about their own meaning and maybe even start living more intentionally. Finding your purpose isn't just about finding what makes you happy, it's also about finding what gives your life greater moral meaning. It means thinking about how you can help other people and not just yourself. This comes from Stoic knowledge, which says that the best thing in life is not what you get, but what you give. Let the highest virtues of Stoicism, wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation guide your actions as you go forward. These ideas should shine a light on your way as you try to live a life of deep and meaningful action. Now that we've gone over the most important parts of a Stoic life, remember that the weight of virtue and understanding is always changing. Every step you take shows that you want to live a deeply and truly meaningful life. Hello and welcome to Wisdom World, a place where we talk about how to live and how to live well. Check out the suggested movie on the screen right now if you want to learn more about the ideas of Stoicism and how they can change your life. Keep going on your journey with us, and let's work on living a good life with a reason. Thank you for living in this neighborhood.